Live from the Cactus Creek at Ibri, he is the king of prime time, Ghana's undisputed entertainment laureate, and still the youngest old man in Ghana. Put your hands together, show some love for the indefatigable KSM.
It's the KSM show. Thank you. Way back in the day, I think it was my freshman year, so of course none of you here were born. There was a nice song that was hitting there, I think it was called Fantastic Voyage. Come on and ride with me on a fantastic voyage. You know that song? Now, why am I singing this? Is because today I'm taking you on a fantastic voyage to meet the Mystic Twins, man. Baby, I remember fun. Obey her idea. Baby, I remember fun. You know, it's going to be a great show. I'm hanging out with the twins, and they have lots to say and have lots to ask. So let us work out now. I'll start with MCMAINE Kakra Kitwano. Show some love for MCMAINE Kakra. Hey, good to see you, man. Right here. Okay. So MCMAINE Kakra Bejina Kunyano. So the next one, MCMAINE Penny. Show some love for him, man. Hey, welcome to the show, man. Thank you. And there you go, man. Okay, folks, they are here, man. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, stick around, folks. We'll be right back.
The KSM Show.
Young ones, listen to me, especially those of you who want to study in the United States and Canada. Have you heard of the AFEX Hub? If you haven't heard of AFEX Hub, then, oh man, it is the only institution now that can train Ghanaian students and get them admission into the United States and Canada. And by the way, just so you know, over 90% of the people they train get scholarships. They know how to train you to do the test and pass this test and get good scholarships. And the good news for you is that this Saturday they're having a free seminar. The seminar takes place at 24th Sunflower Road near the Queen's International School in East Legon. Now take this number and make sure you call this number 0244 829 955. 0244 829 955 and be a part of the seminar and learn how you can secure yourself a good scholarship in the US or Canada.
My name is Nbebo Nona from Adisadel College.
I'm Siobhan Haumkwe Green. I completed Wesley Girls High School.
I applied for New York University, but the Abu Dhabi campus, and God being so good and gracious, I got in. Consulting with AFEX, getting advice as to what schools to choose because of the path which I want to tread on. University of Pennsylvania was the best option. I've been challenged, I've been pushed, I've learned a lot. Moving away from a place where I think I'm the best of the best, de la creme, and coming here to meet great minds from all over Ghana has been challenging. I would say that I'm very much indebted to AFEX. Now coming into contact with people from different schools and preparing with them towards the SAT, it's actually taught me that education is multidimensional. It is having knowledge and being able to tackle problems in the different aspects of life. One thing I'm fascinated about is computer science, but then related to innovation, bringing out new things in tech. So my dream is to create a sort of Silicon Valley in Ghana. The experience, I would say, transforming. Simply transforming. Everything about it was transforming, like right from the start of preparation for SAT to application of schools to writing of essays. All of those have been transforming. There is a whole community out here, there's a whole family out here who are willing to help you. I received a lot of support when I came here, a lot of encouragement, a lot of push to study and all. AFEX actually taught me that there's a lot more work that I have to do because I don't know all the things that I thought I did know. Come here with a very, very humble mind, willingness to learn. Because me coming here, I came here with the idea that, okay, if you are excelling in all other things, you can excel in SAT as well. Please, SAT is a different game altogether.
Cactus Creek. It is no longer Ghana's best kept secret. It's an open secret. So serene, so heavenly. And the meals? Just like home cooking. Cactus Creek. Your soul will thank you. Call or WhatsApp 055-039-5007.
Azipa Essentials has good news for you. If you're in Takoradi and its environs, don't worry. You can pick up Azipa Essentials jacket at Ruler Unisex Boutique in Anaji, Takoradi, Queen of Peace in Takofo Road. Call or WhatsApp 0544 548766.
Pulse Fitness Center, the premier destination for fitness in Ghana. Meet the indefatigable captain.
There are 3 things that I love doing. Number 1, workout. Number 2, workout. Number 3, workout. Workout put mind, soul, and body together.
The captain has spoken.
We're getting busy. Bright lights, yeah, they make me dizzy. Logo Liggy. I just want the Lizzie. It's a Logo Liggy. Uptown, chasing for the Lizzie. Downtown, everybody busy. Logo Liggy. Like the Logo Liggy. I just want the
Pulse Fitness Center. East Legon Branch, Lizzie Sports Complex, Cotton Street, East Legon, Accra, Ghana, 0302 519 675. Kumasi branches, Officers Mess Branch, Denyame, Major Kobina Drive, Kumasi, 0541 871 602. Golden Tulip, Kumasi City Branch, Raintree Street, 0322 492 647. Pulse, the premier destination for fitness in Ghana.
say what lie we for on town.
The KSM Show.
We're back. And I promised you a fantastic voyage today. Let me introduce my guest in the house. I have to my immediate left, the Najman Kakra. Welcome to the show, man. All right. And to his left is the Najman Benny. Welcome to the show. Good to have you guys here. It's been a long time.
It's been an honor to be here.
Yeah. I remember Kofas was the one who sent me.
Yes.
He said, Jelly KSM, have you met these twins? You must meet them. You know, so Kofas is like your agent, eh? Yeah. You know, and since then, we've been going back and forth. So I'm very, very glad you're here today.
We're happy to be here.
Welcome to the Cactus Creek.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here. Let me start. I'll start with Kakra.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, you guys are twins.
Yes.
Do you go shopping together? Or one has a list, so anything I have to buy for the other one? Because you have the exact same things you're wearing. That's deliberate?
No, really. Before we start, I would like to pray a little.
You want to pray?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And to your question, Daddy, yes, we do shop at the same time. We buy stuff. Basically, it's when he wants it, like say this outfit, when he wants it, He will call, say, okay, I'm letting our designer's name is Bill. You say, I'm letting Bill do 2 outfits. This is the sample, maybe from a guy on Instagram or from some guy or wherever. And that's okay, I want it. And then I'll also find some outfit on Instagram or somewhere, and then I'll do the same thing. But we don't plan like we are going to buy the same outfit, or no, we do not do that. No. Please.
So have you ever dressed differently?
Yes, several times.
Several times.
When we're in the house. Or when I have to go somewhere by myself, and he's somewhere also by, doing his communities or something.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And let me throw this one to Pain.
Yes.
Mystic twins. There are many twins in Ghana. Twins so hot. But you're brand, and you are branded as the Mystic Twins. Where are you branded number 1? Was that deliberate?
Yeah, not deliberate. We did not know we were mystics until.
Oh, you didn't know you were mystics?
No.
What is a mystic?
A mystic comes out of the word mystery.
Okay.
So people say, quote unquote, twins are mysterious, twins are this, twins are that. So out of that evolved mystery, the mystery twins, the mysterious twins. And then we go into that later. When we were initiated into the Lodge of the Mysteries, we were then called the Mystic Twins, because now we are mystics. We are like just like how they ordain these bishops and pastors and yes. So we have been ordained as mystics by the Inner Light Brothers Meditation Society.
Which society?
The Inner Light Brothers. That is part of the fraternities and lodge. Yes, and we have been initiated as mystics. So we have the mystical energies.
Okay.
We don't like
so
to say,
can I say that of all twins? Say they will, as you were saying,
yes.
It's in Tafod. Something will happen to one here,
and
the other person will feel
yes.
it there. So generally, are all twins mystics?
No, they are mysterious. But the mystic is a title that
twins
that are called mystics, that means they possess some sort of celestial power or energy. But naturally, all twins are mysterious in the sense that, like we were identical twins. Sometimes unconscious. Sometimes I'll come out of my room and then I'll be wearing a slipper and you're wearing the same thing. Sometimes I will be rhyming a song in my ear. And then the moment I just bring it out, you say he was also singing the same thing in his head. So it's very unconscious. Every person that is a twin will tell you that, oh, sometimes it's really not planned. They're identical, no. It is not identical. When we were kids, we didn't want to wear anything identical. We said, no, we are not Fulanis. Because Fulanis wear a lot of identical stuff. We would always fight with our family. But no insult to Fulanis or anything. Just that they wear a lot of identical stuff.
Okay.
And we did not want to wear any identical stuff. Okay. So growing up, we realized that now it's not something that we even have a choice on. It's like an automatic reaction. If I wear something different from what he's wearing, I feel like I'm having an odd day. I feel odd. I feel slow. I feel detached.
Really?
Yes. It's an emotional thing.
It's like when I go somewhere and then he's not there. It's so annoying. Oh, Atta, where's Atta? Oh, today is only you. Oh, why? What happened?
Wow.
It's just frustrating. So I might as well just wait for him to come around.
And then
so
go
we
together.
Yes.
You said something interesting, that most twins or all twins are mysterious, but they are not mystic.
Yes.
So being mystic has been conferred to you as a what?
Being a mystic follows a spiritual path. Not all twins are spiritual. Some of them are very carnal and very foolish. Being foolish is not a problem. Yes, it's just your mental.
It's just a title.
Just a title. It's just where your mind can perceive things to a level where your mind is.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's nothing. So being a mystic, a twin mystic, is something that is spiritual. But being a twin does not necessarily make you spiritual. Just because you are born. Yes, the conception of twins is quite weird and odd, but it doesn't make you any special.
Is mystic something that you strive to acquire? Can all twins be mystics, or can anybody be a mystic? Is mystic a thing that is by birth, or it can be acquired?
It's by calling. It's
by calling.
Yes, a calling from the universe. Everybody is a mystic in their own field. We are mystic in the magical arts of witchcraft and mysticism. Like
you are mystics in the magical craft of
witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
Yes, and wizardry. That's where our mysticism falls under. We are not doctors. We are not psychologists. We are not scientists. we work with rituals and incantations. That's where our mystical title is held at. Daddy, you are a mystic in
The KSM show.
The KSM show. Broadcasting. Yes. No one has ever done it like you. So you are a mystic. You are a grand master in that. Someone is a politician. The way they are able to read the statistics and who will win the awards, you would think it is something. Magic. It is voodoo, but it is not. There's a master of the arts. When you are a master of something, you are a mystic. You know the mystery that surrounds the path that you are on, whether it is selling food or marketing strategy. Or Kofi Asamoah is a mystic in the industry,
the movie industry.
The movie industry. He knows where to invest, who to invest in, and kind of movies to bring out that will set him aside from other people.
So basically, a mystic is whoever is a master or
crafting their gifts in a supernatural way. It is not normal. Everybody is a mystic. Everybody has witchcraft. Okay. Everybody has some sort of eccentric energy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You guys were born into the Catholic faith.
Yes.
Because I've seen pictures of you as altar boys.
Yes.
You're actually working at the altar in the Catholic Church.
Until we lost our virginity.
Until you lost your virginity?
Yes.
As a symbol or for real?
As for real.
For real.
Like we had sex, so they had to suck us.
Together?
Oh yes.
When you reach, when you lose your virginity, you cannot be an altar boy.
An altar boy again.
Or girl.
Did you all lose it at the same time?
In the same period.
Same period.
A month after a month. We planned.
So you plan to lose your virginity?
Yes.
So you can, how do I put it? So you can get out
because
of the church?
We reached enlightenment. We saw the light.
Okay.
The actual light. Not the lantern Jesus was holding in the dark. The actual light.
Show some love, man. As the Americans say, things is getting deep, man. Things is getting deep. You say you actually saw the light?
Yes.
You got a sense of the enlightenment?
Yes, enlightenment.
And before the enlightenment, you were in the dark?
Yes, before the enlightenment, we were in the dark, we were sheep. Blind.
You're blind?
Yes.
So when we were altar boys, servicing at the altar, whatever you do as altar boys,
communion.
All that time you were doing it out of what?
Ignorance. We were doing it in a carnal, with a carnal mindset. We thought we were praying to God.
But what were you praying to?
But we didn't have to be altar boys to pray to God. We didn't have to go inside the church house
to pray to God.
To pray to God.
We didn't have to wake up at 4 a.m., wear black trousers,
and
white shirt, run
before
back
we
to
could talk to God.
No, we
could have sat on our toilet and just open the graphic and talk to God, because He is not in
but
the
building. Catholic Church was requiring that you go through specific procedures to talk to God.
Not entirely the Catholic Church. The church.
Not the church,
the church just requires you to be there. That is religion.
Be there 9 a.m. as a mass servant. Don't eat any whatever.
Before
they told us that when you are about to take the communion, you shouldn't eat at all. In fact, as mass servants, we had to break the bread from the room and then take it to the altar, serve everything and blah blah blah.
And it's not a problem. We don't sound like we are bashing the
No,
Catholic
we are not. We have just learned over that. So at some point we would eat egg, pepper and things and still take the communion. We didn't die. You are still here.
Let me make sure I get the argument. The church law or whatever where you're worshiping was stating that before you have communion you shouldn't eat.
Yes,
the
religious
law
is that you should fast before you take the body of Christ. And
wine and everything.
But and you decided to eat and then go and take the Christ.
So
the body.
We drink porridge or eat watching.
In the beginning, we did not used to, but as we were so, you get so used to the altar, to the church that it sounds like you don't even take off your shoes. You don't even your phone is not on silence anymore. Like everything seems normal there. So you just eat egg, one here, one there. You're just at the altar, just chewing your mouth like a goat and doing what you need to do. It made me realize that then there was nothing so whatever in the communion. It was normal. It was shipped from somewhere abroad. It was shipped through Accra to Kumasi to the parish, and then human beings like us had to pile it up, put it on the tray, take it to the altar for the Father to come and pray. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying it's not magical. It's not going to save you if you are dying tomorrow. It's not.
There's nothing spiritual about it.
No.
It's just a procedure.
It's a ritual.
It's a ritual.
Like brushing your teeth every morning. Doesn't mean your teeth will become white 24 hours. No.
Okay, it's getting exciting. So you were going through these rituals, and at which point did you decide these things that we are going through have nothing to do with being enlightened? So let's break from it. Is that what happened?
Yes, the
And
calling
what
was
caused
already
that
there.
break?
When we were doing all of these things, we did not see that it was something that was wrong. We realized that our calling was bigger than that. People that go to church to take communion and all this stuff, it is fine. Everybody has their own belief system where your enlightenment will reach. It does not make you useless. It's just where and what you have been called to do on this earth. So it is fine. Take communion, 9 to 5, it's fine. We realized in our spirit that there was more for us to learn and there was more for us to study. So we had to be curious and break certain things, certain cognitive dissonance that was instilled in us that if you eat this, you go to hell. If you lose your virginity before marriage, you go to hell. These things. And then we had to cross these curiosities. We had to cross it. Okay, we have taken pepper and egg with communion. We didn't believe it. Okay, fine. What are we doing next? What are we doing next? So we're exploring.
So, like step by step, you're looking at all the
and
myths and breaking them.
Catholicism,
and nothing was happening to you.
Nothing. From there, we found Buddhism at the age of 15. From Buddhism, ancestral worship, we've been there. And then we realized that we learned from that. We realized that what is the so-called obosom that the Ghana man, the African man, is so scared of. What is it? What is it made of?
Because I didn't understand. The white people would come. They would go to every shrine from Tamale to Aigbe-Maimu.
And they will not fear that.
They will not fear. They will be taking pictures. But then Ghana man, black man, you are afraid. I was like, what is this? Let's enter there and see. Let's say, why do we have to turn our backs and enter? What is there? So we were curious like that.
We had to hold it. Some people have never seen ghosts
before.
Closer before. All they have an idea of is ghosts. We see it close, we realize, okay, so what is it? Is it metal? Is it concrete? What are all these horns on it? Oh, it's representing something. Oh, a creature. Who was a horse? Who was a tiger? Who was this?
So who's the demon? Who is the bonsam?
So what is it? Then realize that all of that is physical. What makes the obosom great, or what makes the obosom so fierce? The spirit that has been conjured into it. But other than that, a concrete and a bolos and a chain and a same and a demo jagun.
Okay, I'm getting very interested in the whatever path you're going through. At what point did you decide we are testing all of these things? Abosom, that we are testing them to see how credible these claims are. At what point did you make that decision?
We did not even realize we were on a path, a spiritual path. That's the point of it. When you know where you are going, you not be distracted. If you know you are going to Kumasi, you just be going, overtaking, knowing where you are going. But if you don't know where you are going, when you reach Bunsu, you pack, you eat. You maybe stay in a guest house for 2 days. You'll be distracted. You pick up things on the floor, just like that. And then you realize that, hey, Accra to Kumasi, you have taken about 3 days. Wow, what have you learned so far? Then you sit there and realize that, oh, you worked with this particular demon. You worked with this celestial body. You worked with this saint that said he was from God. And you realize he was not from God. When you got angry, you realize that he will kill you. Are you from God? Why would you say you kill me? But they are worshiping you in churches, saying that you are God, you are descending, you are ascending. They realize all of these are masters of the arts. There are human beings who have ascended and become gods, and they are worshipped. There are normal spiritual beings who have deceived themselves as gods. All of these people, they are extracting from human beings. They are enslaving us. They are enslaving the priest. The saints are enslaving the pastor. And they don't even know. Because they are so... That's the thing about...
It's getting very complicated here.
Okay.
You know, because you are talking about all these things that the churches or spiritual things that people believe in, and you are saying that it's all a hoax.
It's not a hoax. It's that they lack the proper understanding of what they are dealing with. 90% of them. The ones who know what they are doing, they know. But not everybody can commune with the divine. The divine has to commune with you. It is an inner calling, inner engineering. It's not something you decide to do. You don't decide to go worship any spirit, any ascending master. Ascending masters include Jesus Christ, the Muhammadis, the Gauls, the Buddhists, all of these people. You don't decide to worship them. They are human beings. In the Christian Bible, it says somewhere, Jesus Christ did not say that he was God and that he should be worshipped. The ancestors did not say that they should be worshipped. They need to be venerated. Jesus Christ should be venerated like you venerate Daddy KSM. You understand? When he curses you to work, when I use his name to cast spells onto you, it will work. Why will it work? Because I have the tank and I know the codes. That's the mystery codes. So some people mention in the name of Jesus and their children are sick. Some mention in the name of Jesus, I did and I pray Dimotino. I've not got Bosomso. Bosomso, I said, Oboka Hopi. Now if you can say, "Busumi and kwasem," and
You buy goat and sheep and.
What is your belief, basically? You don't believe in any of these things. What guides you?
Inner engineering, that God is not up there, He's not here, He's not there, He's within, He's in our mothers, our elderly people, and that we do not need a flawed pastor, mediator, no, for us to communicate with the divine. The divine is everywhere. It's in the air. It's all around us.
I do not need to subscribe to my traditional priest. I do not need to subscribe to
my pastor.
My pastor with a crocodile shoe.
No,
no, I do not need all of that.
That's subscription. I can tap it. When you know how to tap it, it's all around us.
Yes.
We breathe it in every time. The Holy Spirit come out. It is coming out.
Why do I have to come and sow seed?
To capture the Holy Spirit. I won't. I'll go to the beach, pour get some water, and I will know how to charge the water. And it will cleanse me from any impurities and any negative energies that is this. Yes.
So if I'm to ask you, as mystic twins, you are now on this show, you've been on other shows, what message are you getting to the people out there? What by the time you leave here, what do you want them to start thinking? What kind of mindset do you want to change it into? That what?
We want people to understand that any proper functioning human being is balanced. You cannot balanced.
Balanced.
Yes, in the sense that do not be too superstitious that do not be too superstitious that you feel a little headache. My riches, family. This. Do not be too educated that you can treat people anyhow and think that they will not sit there and piece together in a Coca-Cola bottle and cast demonic energies to you that will breathe into your family or into your life. Be balanced. Any properly functioning person is balanced. You believe in everything. But then again, before you believe in everything, know that these things that we speak of, I am the only person that has seen these things. I have come encounter with these spirits, with these so-called demons, with these so-called gods. So you cannot live life. You cannot wake up in the morning and believe that there is something. There is sky daddy, that perception. God is there. So you cannot live with that mindset that you think you are doing something, you are doing a favor, a kindness. So Jesus will bless you. No, do it because you feel pity for this innocent child. That's how God made us. That's how you need to engineer yourself. You need to find that within before you can find any solution with any church you go, any shrine that you enter. And yes, I don't know, Apai, Obato Arahonyum, Sanyam, na, Abubo, and social struggle, any sign, it is part of human life. Yes,
this is getting exciting. Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, more of the fantastic voyage. We'll be right with you.
KSM Show.
Cactus Creek. It is no longer Ghana's best kept secret. It's an open secret. So serene, so heavenly. And the meals? Just like home cooking. Cactus Creek. Your soul will thank you. Call or WhatsApp 055-039-5007.
Azepa Essentials has good news for you. If you're in Takoradi and its environs, don't worry. You can pick up Azepa Essentials jacket at Ruler Unisex Boutique in Anaji, Takoradi, Queen of Peace in Takofo Road. Call or WhatsApp 0544 548766.
Pulse Fitness Center, the premier destination for fitness in Ghana. Meet the indefatigable captain.
There are 3 things that I love doing. Number 1, workout. Number 2, workout. Number 3, workout. Workout put mind, soul, and body together.
The captain has spoken.
We're getting busy. Bright lights, yeah, they make me dizzy. Logo Liggy. I just want the Lizzie. It's a Logo Liggy. Uptown, chasing for the Lizzie. Downtown, everybody busy. Logo Liggy. Like we Logo Liggy. I just want the
Paul's Fitness Center, East Legon Branch, Lizzie Sports Complex, Cotton Street, East Legon, Accra, Ghana, 0302 519 675. Kumasi branches, Officers Mess Branch, Denyame, Major Kobina Drive, Kumasi, 0541 871 602. Golden Tulip, Kumasi City Branch, Rain Tree Street, 0322 492 647. Paul's, the premier destination for fitness in Ghana.
say what lie we for run town.
Young ones, listen to me, especially those of you who want to study in the United States and Canada. Have you heard of the AFEX Hub? If you haven't heard of AFEX Hub, then, oh man, it is the only institution now that can train Ghanaian students and get them admission into the United States and Canada. And by the way, just so you know, over 90% of the people they train get scholarships. They know how to train you to do the test and pass this test and get good scholarships. And the good news for you is that this Saturday they're having a free seminar. The seminar takes place at 24th Sunflower Road near the Queen's International School in East Legon. Now take this number and make sure you call this number 0244 829 955. 0244 829 955 and be a part of the seminar and learn how you can secure yourself a good scholarship in the US or Canada.
KSM show.
We're back. And we're back on our fantastic voyage. So basically, I'm hearing a lot. To sum it all up, you guys say you are enlightened. And the enlightenment is sort of freeing you from organized religion. Yes. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
So you have a problem with organized religion,
Yes.
and you think that we can all free ourselves from organized religion.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And you have also been inducted
Yes.
into this being mystics.
Yes.
And who did the induction?
There are grandmasters who are there. We are part of more than 7 occult or lodge groups. The occult, please, not the occult, the diabolical ones that we hear on radio, TV with people naked. No.
Stuff. No.
So you're occult, but it's not the...
No, the occult, what we do, mysticism is part of the occult. So therefore, to be part of that, you need to be initiated into the lodges. And every lodge, some lodges are just psychological lodges, philosophies. So not all lodges are quote unquote vomiting. There's this big snake vomiting blood on there like we hear on TV and all that. Some of them are just education, enlightenment.
What was your lodge like? What rituals?
Rituals, there are full moon rituals.
What rituals?
Full moon, when the moon is full. And then there are ancestral rituals, blood moon rituals. And all rituals, some of them are just channeling, some are incantations, some are
reciting
mantras. Herbal alchemy. And you buy any herb, some do they can we are a beko, so all of that. And charging spirits. And banishing and binding of demonic or...
And curing, healing, KSM, wet cannon, esoteric of the occult. All of it.
Do you guys heal?
Yes.
Yes. When
people come to you for healing?
Yes, people do.
Yeah?
Yes.
And they come with what kind of ailment?
Well, autism per se. And then there's...
we can heal autism?
I cannot heal. The power will heal if you are meant to get your healing from the mystic twins.
The power will heal?
If you are meant to get your
healing.
And
what else? Autism?
Autism, chronic diseases, sometimes. Some diseases money cannot heal. And it is very odd. If you keep taking more than 6-7 fibers from your system, you should know that there is something more to it. And there are spiritual infestation. There are spiritual sicknesses. Everything happens in the spirit before it comes to the body.
I was once with someone in my office, and she had diabetes. She was diabetic type 2 or something. And we all know the scientific way, you know, you inject your whatever shots and blah blah blah. But there was a demonic infestation, because when she gets her episodes, she would be rigid as a stone, and she would be knocking things down.
And I know you are educated there. You think, everything has a physical explanation.
If you go on Google now, you find reasons why a diabetic patient will be rigid and strong.
Yeah. There's a word for it. I don't remember.
Yes.
But I know a diabetic who goes through that.
Yes. But
and you are saying it's a spiritual.
Yes.
Everything, every sickness. There are basic sicknesses that will just go after a day or two.
I also knew a police officer who came to me. They positioned her in traffic, and she had a migraine. She came to me, and then by the grace of the power invested in me, I did what I needed to do, and then the migraine went away. I'm sure she knew a lot of doctors and stuff.
There are kidney problems that you waste all your money on. When you are a balanced human being, you believe that there is something that can infest you. You can be a fully human there, and someone will sit there and chant and conjure dolls and incense that will send you a disease that you use your entire fortune to waste away.
Are you saying that this whole medicine and sciences and all those studies are because people are not enlightened?
Science and medicine is part of witchcraft. That is why
it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
How do you sit down and think, oh, there is a bird in the sky? Let me also make a physical metal plate, combine them together, and let it also float in the air. There is a God figure that brought you that idea that a bird, blood, cells, all that metabolism, a bird, a living thing. You are going to make an artificial thing which does not have soul, but yet can still hover in the sky. The thought of even gravity means that there is spiritual. We live not by the flesh and blood, but we are governed by principalities, authorities, and
all of these people, the Einsteins, all of them.
Yes,
they have spirits. They have guardian spirits that will consult, that they will give them these calculations that they make. These inventions was not by mortal men.
What this man, Elon Musk?
Yes, all of these people.
Who has come up with Tesla, the car that can drive itself.
Yes.
You can actually, it doesn't need a driver to go wherever. This is all witchcraft.
You see, they are aligned with supernatural beings. They have powerful demon kings, angel kings. Demons is not a bad word.
Why is it that in Africa we don't get that alliance to create like you guys are mystics?
Yes.
Eh?
Yes, I like this question.
Why is it in Africa we cannot get this alliance with mystic forces to create amazing things?
It is because in our part of the world, what is for us is the gods that we fear. And the gods is a level to the spirits. Like Mackenzie said, my brother said, there are authorities, principalities, angels, thrones, rulers. It is an umbrella. The gods, they are not invented. Some of the gods can't even write.
Yes.
Yes. But the
most
genes,
of the priests can't even use iPhone.
But the genes, the Muslim genes, the Arab countries, the genes, those genes, the Aladdin, you watch Aladdin, that can be conjured on carpet and other stuff. Those genes, they can write in Arabic. The spirits, some of them are dumb as hell. That's why the gods, some of them, they will tell you, if you have a headache, you buy sheep. You have stomach problem, sheep. You have leg problem, sheep. It's enlightened. But some gods, when you go there, they will tell you this and that. Some are enlightened. So the mystical forces naturally are not in this part of the world. What we have here is voodoo, the black man power. You joke with me, I will make sure that you stay in your room for 2 weeks. And that is for protection.
That is not for inventing
things, it's for protection. Because it was invented out of slavery.
Revenge.
They are vengeful. That is why you see our gods are vengeful.
Okay.
People that are able to do
I'll just rewind a bit to as kids, growing up, altar boys and all of these things. Where were you born?
Kumasi.
Yes.
Menchia.
Yes.
So that's where you grew up?
That's where you grew up, Menchia, in Bobuano. That's where you grew up.
That's where Santinian Palace is.
That's where you grew up?
Yes.
And growing up, what were some of the things that you saw that has led you to becoming what you are today?
Well, when we were young, I remember back in Menchia, Samasi, my mom, you know that Santinian Palace is around there. So whenever a chief or a king would die, you know, they would... Rumors. It's not there anymore because there's human rights and stuff. But our mom would hide us because they were looking for head of twins to cut and just
and just see to the kings and all that. Like we hear it all the time. Yes,
yes, our mom would hide us literally. I remember one time they hid us in a kiosk, and then, you know, there was gas, whatever, and they had to piss, and we had to wash our face with it. This was before we moved into a different place, which was quite a where we were initiated into Roman and all that. But the things we saw, it didn't make sense. My mom would come back from church, she would have apata oil, apatake oil, headache oil, nose oil, all olive oils from pastors, everything. I was like, hey, are you cooking here? Because this is essential oils. So many of them. So it made me understand that there is something. Because I don't think any normal person would just go to church. They will buy headache for oil for their twins, oil for their daughters, and so many things. So all that was initiated into our brain. Until when we moved into the Catholicism, we had to divert. It was a calling. And any calling, whether you like it or not, will come. That is why my brother was saying that if we tell you that you are going to grow up, you are going to be a big old young man like KSM, you'll be like, no, I have to start aligning my parts. Maybe you start and fake and even put and dye your hair grey because you are aiming at becoming an old young man KSM. But if you do not know or have any idea, you just be roaming around. Before you know, you have ended up as an old young man KSM. Yes.
Wow.
We cannot know our destiny.
No.
Even though there is palmistry that you can read people's destiny, we do not know the future. No. But we only know what lies ahead. No spiritual being can tell you the future.
What kind of clients do you have?
We have both. We have the primitive people.
Primitive?
Yeah.
What's the primitive?
Less educated people that don't know anything.
Less educated?
Yes. That is the people that believe in magic.
You have those as your members?
Yes.
Or followers?
Non-members.
Non-members. We don't want
the seekers. We call them seekers.
Seekers.
Yes. They are seeking to.
Because anybody who is meant to come to us, eventually they will stumble on us. They will stumble on a video, a page.
Sometimes we are even on vacation. We are there. And you see someone will come, it will be a radio owner, a company owner. Say, I saw you from my hotel. So my waiter said, my chef said, you people call them demons. Then,
what is demons? The conversation will just start there. So any person who is meant to come to us, eventually they will seek us, they will find us.
And they are called seekers.
So how many seekers do you have now? We
have a lot of fans and we have a lot of people that believe and have tested and have tested today.
You have a church? For want of a better word, do you have an organization of seekers?
Yes.
How many?
We delve in the occult. And the code of that is that so it is by secrecy and by oath that these kind of organizations are able to exist peacefully. So anything that is for public service, eventually we will hear this one, all of these rumors about it. Public service, spirituality is not for public service. That is why we don't advertise. Any spiritual work, our gifts are not for public service. Nobody can get their healing from us.
No. But you have getting, whether you like it or not, being on this show is massive advertisement.
That is true.
That is true.
That is
because
true.
we are spiritual teachers first and foremost.
First and foremost, yes.
It is our calling to enlighten you, teach you. So you don't have to come see us. But watching us from your TV, you pick and pocket what will serve you in your own life.
And then throw away what you think is
rubbish.
And basically what you think is rubbish is that all these pastors and seed of faith and all the things
it works for someone. It works for someone. It does work for someone.
It works for someone.
Yes. And how it works for them is not by belief. It's because some people have, a lot of people have some things in them, but they don't know. That is why you have to go and seek consultation, consult on it, so you know what is within you.
Are you guys dating?
Not dating. Not dating.
I am married.
You are married?
Yes, I am.
We have special people in our lives.
You are married?
Yes.
He has special.
You might as well say he's married
too. Yeah.
You too? You are?
Yeah, practically, yeah.
Oh, practically married?
Yeah.
Which means there's somebody.
Yes.
No, I'm interested in, the average Ghanaian lady seeing a mystic twin. Don't they get sort of like curious and they want to know more? I mean...
Well, people that meet us in our path, they are all mystics.
They are meant to be.
Our women are mystic women. Our friends are mystic friends. Our associates are all mystical.
So your wife is a mystic woman?
Yes,
Well,
all open-minded.
She may not know it, but she is.
Yes, if you end up with a pastor and he's waking up
4 a.m.
fasting at 4 a.m. to 12 a.m., you should know that that's your part. There are mystical bindings that the universe just aligns you. And you meet people that interview us are mystical, that you are a mystic.
I am?
Some people are skeptical about interviewing us. Hey, you want to interview this
you go
demons.
to hell.
You will go to hell. Yes. So someone is there. It's a Christian there saying, KSM, you go to hell. For interview.
For interview, you go to hell. Hell, here I come. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
No, so do you have normal lives? Well, I guess you do because on our way here.
Please don't say it.
I should say it. Okay, I will say it. I will say it. But you enjoy life like normal human beings.
This is expose. Daddy was about to expose.
I won't mention it. I won't mention it. But you enjoy life.
Yes.
You know. What kind of music do you listen to? Is it?
You like country music?
You like country music?
And jazz.
And jazz.
And jazz.
Yeah, lots of it.
And then a little bit of reggae.
Oh, you like
I have a
reggae?
15-hour playlist called the Voodoo Eyes. If you play it right now, you fall asleep.
Voodoo Eyes?
Yes, the playlist is Voodoo Eyes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's eccentric
Yes.
music.
Yes.
Yes. We don't like a lot of music with violence. We believe in the law of attraction and the karmic debris, the art of it. You listen to a lot of sad songs. Abubu. We like gospel songs, but we like the ones that
Exalt God.
exalt our spirit and God, not the ones that are crying about how God we are suffering and all
How our
that.
children are sick. Our children are not sick.
So why would I
you
listen to songs that
listen
are
to
children
songs that
are
are sick?
So these songs are songs that demean your spirit. It will bring you more problems. You don't know.
Radio wa na mi bre say.
Me
Memre.
I don't need to say that. Manifestations, affirmations.
In your enlightenment and in your belief system, how much of a role does mind play in it? Because I'm strictly like a very mind person, you know. Depending what your belief systems are, your mind will feed you with certain things and information that conform to your belief system. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Well, it is very powerful. When your mind is powerful enough, not everybody is that powerful minded. Some people cannot do things on their own mind and conscience. Some people have to be ordered. Some people have to be given rules and regulations. Some people have to be given a certain manual, 10 commandments. That is their manual. These kind of people are not mindful. They are not full of. They are not using their whole mind because they have become sheeps. All religious people are sheeps. It's not an insult. It's a fact.
Let me cut in here because I know. Did I read somewhere that you went to was it Denmark, a witches festival or something? Anyway, what happened?
Europe.
Explain. You went to a witchcraft festival or wizards council or
It was
something. What was it?
A coven convention, a witches and wizardry convention.
A witches and wizards convention.
Yes.
It was in Denmark.
Yes. It was. I was in Europe. It was actually
in Europe.
Yeah. It was actually in 8 countries. So we went to every convention after the other. It was an appointment from Germany to Sweden to France, Amsterdam.
What happens during these conferences?
Rituals and incantations, ceremonies. There are ones that are magical arts. These things that we spoke of, they apply quantum physics, spiritual mechanism, how they are able to levitate, how the plane levitate in the air.
Explain these
Explain
things.
how it works, and you know that it is through a divine purpose. Yes, they are all scientists, but all scientists are spiritualists too. Are spiritualists. To add this and that is levitation. It's called a spiritual power. Levitation is a spiritual power.
Can you levitate?
When I'm in the spirit, not with my body. My spirit levitates all the time. When I sleep, the spirit goes away. And that, I have a magical wand. These things can levitate.
It goes away when you're dreaming or...
When I sleep.
So if I'm by your bed, will I see you going away like
you
levitating?
It, unless I
it?
hit your pineal gland, your third eye. If I click on it, it will open. It is in between your eyes. And everybody has it. You just have to know how to activate it. When I activate it, it doesn't matter. You will see it. You will see it like feeling. That's spirituality has to come to physical results before you can be able to say that
it was spirit.
It was spirit. If you don't have that kind of, if you haven't had that kind of intervention or that you will not believe that.
It's like us being here and then you suddenly see somebody you know for so long, like say your producer, and then I sit here and go back.
Intuitive
and
healing.
then she's whining like how we see on TV. It will amaze you because you know there's no way she will see me behind doors do a trick with me. So your mind automatically has to come to understand that there is something there.
Because there's intuitive healing.
It's intuitive healing where you can sit in your chair, raise your
Channel
power
something.
hand, channel something into somebody. And this is why my brother was saying balance, because with this same thing, there have been pastors and crooks and criminals who are doing more than Kumawood and Gollywood. They have acted the whole performance.
With the
They will
pick
pick people from different places. Hey, when I touch you, fall down. You roll your body. You start acting like you are possessed. So it is balanced. You have to be balanced. You have to use the mind. Like my friend Moshe will say, you have to use the mind, the common sense, and also use the spirit. You cannot just use the mind. If you use just the mind, you fall in big trouble.
That is why scientists are spirits, are spiritualists. When they are done with their experiments in their labs, they see results that can be explained.
They try out with lab rats, living things, because a living thing has a soul. They want to try it and see if this, crazy injection that will give prisoners work. So they will get this white rats and they will inject them. You see that the rat has a stroke suddenly and they will die.
If you ask any scientist how they came about with their invention, they will just keep explaining calculations and all this algorithm, all that.
But they don't know why.
And you know that indeed there was something higher. The Einstein, the one who made the lights and all this stuff.
Somebody was.
That's why they were crazy. They were all mad.
Look at how he did his hair.
They were crazy.
He didn't have comb.
Because
So
they were
in a
possessed.
different realm altogether.
Yes, they were possessed. No eating, just doing drugs. And because some spirits have their energizers, just like the gods have their local appetition and they eat to energize them.
Quickly, you know what we're currently dealing with artificial intelligence?
Yes.
You've heard about?
Yeah, I've heard about it yesterday on the CBS.
I haven't. Yes, I haven't.
Artificial intelligence, you can. Those of you at home who have computers, you can just type in chat, CHAT, in small letters, and then GPT, capital letters, chat GPT, right? And then to take you into the zone of artificial intelligence, you can type in any question, any mathematical formula, and the machine will give you an answer back.
I've heard it, but I don't know how it works.
So I'm just trying to pick on you. This is somehow created by people who are on a different level in terms of their thinking.
Their thinking is on a different level, and it's on God level.
Half human, half bosom.
They are not normal people. They are eccentric, crazy people who live in a different realm. They don't have.
You need to Africa.
No, the ones that are here that can be able to do that. When they go and learn these things, they don't want to come back here because the support system and the environmental spirits that are around, they can't support them to do this. So we can't. Nobody in Africa can do these things.
Wow.
Doesn't matter
Folks,
how much.
the Mystic Twins, y'all. I told you I was taking you on a fantastic voyage, and I'm sure we have to do this again, because I still have many, many questions in my mind, And now that I'm perhaps going to hell for showcasing, for bringing you two on board, I have to come and see you privately so you can break the hell curse or whatever. No, I'm just joking. But it's been very, very interesting. Yeah. Mystic Twins, there are so many things we can talk about, and I'm sure I'll bring you back some other day, and we can keep hanging and probing. Okay. So, folks, KSM signing off until I get back to you next week. What will I say? Thank you very much for the Mystic Twins. And by the way,
yes. Yes. Dream come true.
Dream come true. So I am a mystic. So until we get together again next week, KSM signing off saying, I am out of here.